Well, it is time for you guys to learn about another black historical figure of whom I had no idea thanks to my subpar Texas education. In one of my earlier videos, I introduced you to a man named John Mercer Langston, who attended a place called Oberlin College. This man is another alumni of Oberlin College. Meet Mr. William Howard Day. Not only was he a graduate of Oberlin College, like John Mercer Langston, but like Jovita Ibar, he weaponized the printing press. He was born on October 16, 1825, in New York City, the son of Eliza Day, an abolitionist and founding member of AME, which is African Methodist Episcopal Zion Church, and John Day, a sailmaker and a veteran who fought in the War of 1812. When he was still a young child, his parents put him in the custody of a Mr. J.P. Williston, an ink manufacturer in Massachusetts. They put him in his care because he could afford to put him in a good liberal college, which, of course, was Oberlin. And he graduated from Oberlin, the only black student in a class of 50 in 1847. Now, while he was in college, he got a job at Mr. Williston's plant, becoming a printer and compositor to pay his way through college. Well, that quickly became a career when he became shop foreman after graduation. All of the employees whose work he oversaw were white men. But they accepted his authority. If that don't tell you how powerful a man he was, that in 1847 a bunch of white men accepted a black man's authority. He was also considered a great orator and was the first black man to speak at the Ohio State Legislature. Then in 1851, Day became the editor of the Cleveland True Democrat newspaper. In 1852, he established the Alienated American, a publication for citizens of color. In 1858, Day was elected president of the National Board of Commissioners of the Colored People by the Black Citizens of Canada and the United States. Quite a name. Then in 1859, he traveled to the UK and served as a preacher at a large congregational church in Lincolnshire, England. He was there in the UK for 4 months, and the year after he returned, he was recruited as Maryland and Delaware's Inspector General of Schools. And there he supervised 140 schools, 150 teachers, and 7,000 students. He then organized a group called the Black Citizens of Wilmington, North Carolina, as voters, which led to the first change of representation in the lower house of Congress in 20 years. Then, in 1878, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, he was elected as the very first school director of color in the United States. Not only was he elected then, but then he was re-elected in 1881. He was going to call it quits in 1884, but they begged him to come back, and he served another 3 years. And during his tenure in 1879, he helped to establish Livingstone College, which is still a predominantly black college in North Carolina. One Dr. William Wells Brown says this about Mr. Day. As a speaker, Mr. Day may be regarded as one of the most effective of the present time, has great self-possession and gaiety of imagination, is rich in the selection of his illustrations, well-versed in history, literature, science, and philosophy, and can draw on his finely stored memory at will. And here we are again with another incredible, intelligent, powerful black man that I've never heard of.